To insert the combo chart into a Power BI desktop, you need to just refer to the report view, and under this report view, we will refer to visualizations pane. Under this visualizations pane, you will find the combo there are two combo charts, right? So the first combo chart is line and stacked column chart. So to click on it to get it inserted, it will insert the blank chart here. Now to populate this visual, you just need to drag these fields from your query to these particular accesses or the fields required, right? Now the first thing is the combo chart are the mixture are the mixed charts for the line chart and the column chart, right? So the line and stacked column chart is the combo of line chart and the stacked column chart. Now to place this chart into a Power BI desktop canvas, you can just drag it from here to replace it to some other position, right? Now to resize it, we have these dark or highlighted edges of this chart. You just need to hover this mouse pointer over this highlighted edge, and you can just drag it, correct? Now we will be using, as this is the mix of the stacked column chart and line chart, this will be the we can show the trend over the time with the uh, stacked chart to just show the trend of the particular bars, correct? So we will be just using the as we are showing the trend over the time, we will be using the time or the date column here, as I am being using here the year, right? Under the column y-axis, we can use just the sales here, correct? So it is showing me the two bars for 2013 and 14, as we have 2 years of data. Now under the line chart, we can show the profit, correct? So this way it is so it is also showing in the column y-axis. So you can drag it to y-axis or line y-axis. This way it will show the a trend. Now you can also use the more uh, more date values here, as we are seeing the hierarchy. So to understand the hierarchy concept, just visit previous tutorials, right? So here we can also use the month, correct? So this way it will show you the month, and column y axis sales over the time profit. So it is showing the profit as the trend and the sales as the bars. You can also use the cogs under the column y axis to make it stacked just like this. So this is the particularly our stacked column chart along with the line chart. To format it, you can refer to this format your visual pane. We have the formatting options here, correct? Under the x-axis, we can format our x-axis from here, just like font formatting this way. And the minimum font size is 8. We can increase this font size, right? This way we can change the color of this axis, let's say this color, right? We can go to the title and change the title of this x-axis. Let's say this is month, so we can change it to month and year, correct? We can also format it style, it will be title only. We can change the again the same font formatting we have. We can increase the font size from here. We can change the color again, right? This way the layout is the minimum category width. We can increase it this way, so the minimum the width of these bars will, or the columns will get increased, and there will be a horizontal scroll here. You can decrease it as well. Now for the y-axis, we will have the same formatting options, including the range. So we have minimum and maximum values over here, right? You can click on a reset to default to make the default formatting that Power BI is automatically applied here, right? You can invert the range as well. This way the chart will get inverted from bottom to top. You can just toggle it off to make it from bottom to top. The values, these values, you can change the formatting options here. The bold, correct? You can increase the size, font size, you can change the color from here. Display units, Power BI has the default functionality to change the to detect the display units. These million it is showing, this is the unit here. So Power BI has the default functionality to change to automatically detect this unit as per the values we have. We can change these units as per our requirement. So here we can change to none, then the exact value will be shown here. Then we can go choose it to thousands, or we can keep it to auto. We can change the switch access position, so from left to right it will be switched, correct. So from title we can change the title here. Let's say sales and COGS, correct. This way we can change only show the title, or we can only show the unit, or we can show both, right. We can again change the font size, font family and font size here. Again, always there will be the minimum font size as 8, and maximum we can increase. We can change the font color, and we can make it italic, underline or bold. As I am using underline, to remove the underline now, I can again also click on underline to get it removed. To format the secondary y-axis, so we have the same formatting options under the secondary y-axis also. You can use the logarithmic scale, or you can align zeros, right. You can show the values here, correct. So here the values you can change the again change the font formatting, right. You can increase the font size. You can change the color again. You can change the display unit, as I mentioned. I'm keeping it as auto only. You can increase or decrease the decimal number of points, right. Now you can change the title here. Let's say it is as of now sum of profit. Let's keep it to profit, right. You can again now change the style here to show title only or unit, or show both. We can change the color here, or we can change the font family. The best practice to keep the font family is always the same in my complete Power BI report. So this is the best practice. You must keep the font family of every of the text in the Power BI report as same. So here legends are these color indications that is showing. You can turn it off, it will get disappeared. You can turn it on as well to keep the for legends on. You can change the position, and the default is top left. You can change it to top center, or you can change it to top right, or you can see more options. The style of these legends is by default a circle marker. You can change it, let's say marker, right, or you can change the line, right. This way you can change. Under the text formatting, again the text formattings will be there. You can make it a board, you can increase the size, you can change the color. Let's say this pink color we can change, right. The title, as of now this title is blank and turned on, so it is blank, that is why it is showing none. You can turn it off as well. If you are turning on, you can give the title here, let's say legends. Or if it is given, you can also turn it off, it will be disappeared. You can turn on and you can remove it as well. The grid lines, there will be the grid lines visible here. So if you increase the width of these grid lines, there will be the dotted lines you can see in this graph. So you can just change the color also, let's say this pink color, right. You can also do the same formatting for vertical. So vertical will be visible over here under the x-axis. So here you can change the style, you can increase the width. You will see here the categorical thing. For 2013 there are 4 months only, and for 2014 we have multiple months, so it will show the grid lines over here. We can change the color of it as well, right. You can turn on the zoom slider, so zoom slider will be visible for y-axis. It is toggled on. You can turn off on for y-axis, secondary y-axis as well, and you can turn off for y-axis. Whatever you need, you just have to toggle on. You can turn on the slider labels as well, you can turn it off as well. Slider tooltip also you can turn on. So if you zoom it or zoom out, then this tooltip will be visible. So these sliders are used to zoom in or zoom out the graph, right? For for y axis and secondary y axis both. The columns means these parts. So here you can change the formatting for either all or some of sales or some of COGS. So you can change the color from here. You can increase the transparency of it. You can give the border here to turn it on, keeping turn on. So if you want the border to be visible for only mm, the same as the color of this bar, then you can toggle it on the match column color, right? You can turn it off as well, right? You can change the color from here. Let's say I can give it as this black color, right? You can increase the width of this border and hide inner. Using this hide inner border option, you see this inner border as well for these both the colors. You can toggle it on to hide it, right? Now for lines, this particular line you can change it to the style let's say for all I have only one line here. So you can change it the style here, joint type, round or milter, or whatever it is. You can increase it. You can increase the width of this line. Linear pull you want, or you want the curve, or you can just want to see the step here, correct? Or step pos- so here you can change the color of this line as well. Let's say this pink color we can change it to shade area. If you turn on the shade area, then a shade area will be visible for this line. Under the line the shade area will be visible. You can turn it off as well, and you can just change the formatting. If you turn it on, these color formattings and all, right? I'm keeping it off. Now for markers, you can change the formatting, let's say for all, or you can show for categories, right? This marker or this round option, rounded point is there. You can change the shape of it, let's say square, or the this one. You can increase the size. You can rotate this as well, correct? Or you can, I'm just keeping it as circle only. And you can decrease the size as well, increase or decrease it. You can change the color of it. Let's say this purple color, correct? For data labels, if you turn on the data labels, these kind of data labels will be visible. You can apply the formatting here for series or or whatever the fields you have taken. You can apply the particular formatting for these particular different values as well, and you can apply for all the horizontal you want or vertical, whatever you want. You can display it this way, right? You can change the position of these labels as well. Now you can change the line position for line as well and column as well, both. Now if you go to title on, then the title of these labels will also turned on, and you can change the formatting all as well, right? Same font formatting we have. For values, you can change the font family, font size, correct? You can change the color. For display units, you can change to, let's say, thousands. This way you can change and modify. For details, you can also change the color. For font formatting, you can change the background of it. Let's say increasing the transparency, right? You can change the color of it as well. This way, the series labels, you can turn on the series label. This series label will be uh, added here, and you can change again the formatting of it. You can update the font formatting for these values, and you can give the background color here, so by turning it on, correct? So I am just keeping this series label off. You can turn on the total labels as well. The total of this bar and the line value will be updated here. You can update the formatting of these values, font formatting and display unit. I'm keeping it off, and you can just change the background of these totals as well. Right under the plot area background, you can use the image, right, using this, and you can just use the image. Then this particular kind of image will be set it. The size of the image you can use to fit or fill. These options are used to set the size of this particular background image to the graph, and you can reset, click on reset to default to make the changes default for this plot area background. Under the general formatting, for properties, you can change the size of this chart. Let's say for height we can 650, the height will be increased or you can decrease it. You can change the width as well, right. For position, you can change the horizontal and vertical position. So it is the spacing from horizontal means the spacing from left, and the vertical means the spacing from top. Let's say it is 322. If I keep it 150, then it will keep the 150 pixels from left space, and then place this chart, right. You can just set vertical to 0, then it will keep 0 pixels from top, correct. This way, padding means the space between the border and the text or the visual. So you can keep it, let's say 5, then it will keep the 5 pixels from the top, the space, right. You can keep it from top, right, bottom or left. For title, you can change the title here. Let's say I'm removing the sum of here. So this way you can change the title of this graph. You can change the font size, font family, and the heading type. You can change the text color. You can change the background of this. You can align it. You can turn the subtitle off, and you can give the subtitle here. You can do the same formatting here, and you can turn it off as well, right. For divider, if you turn the divider on, then there will be a line between the this title and the graph. If I show you, if I increase the width, you will see a high dark line here, right. You can change the color of it as well, and you can change the style to dotted line or the dashed line, correct. So for effects, you can change the background color of it. Let's say this gray color. You can increase the transparency, right. You can turn the visual border on. So by default, black colored visual border will be turned on. You can change the color here. You can increase the width of it, right. By default, the edges of this border are sharp corners. You can make the changes to rounded corners as well. By going to effects and the visual border, you can increase the rounded corners value, so it will be rounded. You can keep the shadow on to keep the shadow of this visual. You can change the color, and you can change the offset position to outside or inside of this chart, and you can change the position also. Let's say it is bottom right, we can keep it to bottom left, or we can keep it to center as well, right. Different positions we do have. Data format, so for profit, we have the format of currency. You can just change the for currency formatting format. By default, it is English US. You can change any of the currency as per your data, right. Thousand separator means the comma we see in the values. So if you turn it off, this comma will be removed, and you can increase or decrease the decimal places from here, correct. The header icons are these icons. So if I show you the functionality, so here we are seeing 2030 year and the month both. If I just drill it up, we will be only seeing the year value, right. If I just go to the next level in the hierarchy, that means month will be shown. The bigger hierarchy is year, The lower hierarchy is month. Now if I again go up and I just want to show month and year both, then I will be using this expand all down one level in the hierarchy. So this is the one with all the labels, it will be show all the hierarchies, it will be shown. So this is the basic concept of hierarchy. Now just to format these icons, you have just this header icons option. If you see, we have toggle button here to turn it on or off, right? So as Power BI desktop is a developer mode, or the developer version, so these header icons will always be visible in this Power BI desktop. But if you want to keep it visible in Power BI service when you publish it, then just keep it turned on, or else you can, if you want to hide these options, you can turn it off. So in Power BI service, these icons will get turned off, right? To, now I'm keeping it on, and you can just change the formatting here. Let's say background color. You can change the border color. You can change the icon color as well, right? You can increase the transparency, correct? The icons, you can choose what icons you want to display and what icons you want to hide, correct? The tooltip means the additional information we used to see when we hover over these bars, correct? This is the additional information we used to see. So we can change the formatting of this additional information area. As of now, this is gray color text and the white color background. We can change the text color, text as well. Let's say semi bold. You can increase the font size, we can change the label color, we can change the value color, right? So this is the kind of font formatting. And we can change the background color as well. Let's say this gray color, right? We can increase the transparency of this background color as well, this way, correct? So these are all the formatting options of this combo chart.